a sustainable water industry for me means that we are living within our means, not just now, not today, but for future generations as well. And we are taking, we're progressively moving our industry towards a long-term industry focused on long-term issues. And sustainability for many people just means the environmental sustainability, but we mean a sustainability in its wider context. The industry has to be sustainable in social terms, the way we charge customers, the way our customers interact with us, the way we influence behaviours of our customers. Equally, it has to be sustainable environmentally, and that's about the way we do things in the future. And then it has to be sustainable economically as well, which is about the level of charging as well as the pace of improvements and the pace of progress that we make towards a sustainable future.
And do we have the policy structures in place to deliver the sustainable water industry in the UK, or is change required at that level?
I think we're at very much at a crossroads with a sustainable water industry. Policy yet hasn't perhaps quite caught up with ambition or aspiration around sustainability. For example, we're facing we're just coming across a water bill now and discussing a water bill. We're discussing future price limits projects, and I think some of the industry is still split around traditional methods as well as future methods, more sustainable methods in the future. And it feels, as a sustainable water company, at times that we're out on a limb. We're not. You're pushing yourself out on a limb, and you're looking behind you and thinking, "Am I supported in what I'm doing?" But I'm encouraged to hear today at this conference so much more deliberation, and actually I think the world is catching up. I think we're seeing a far greater cross-group, cross-regulation, cross-company ambition to really grasp sustainability and try and move it forward, which is hugely encouraging.
And what specific measures is Wessex Water taking in this direction? Could you name some of the specific things you're doing that make you stand out from companies for that?
Well, we've really tried to. We were one of the first companies.
Start with Wessex.
Wessex Water, one of the first companies to bring in a sustainability policy in the industry. And we've had a sustainability vision for many years. It predated our strategic direction statement by about 5 years. So, and it now underpins our strategic direction statement. So right from the start, our strategic direction statement has been underpinned by our sustainability vision. What does that mean to us? Well, right at the moment we're focusing on a sort of initiative called Sustainable Charging through Sustainable Solutions. And what we're trying to do is balance those two sides of the equation. So from a sustainable charging or sustainable behavioural point of view, we're working with customers around social tariffs, with change of occupancy metering to see if we can get behavioural change with smart metering, trials to see if we can find new ways of engaging with customers and change and influencing behaviours that way. And then on the sustainable solutions, we're obviously one of the forefront companies in relation to catchment management. We've been doing it for a number of years very, very successfully. And to date, we have probably deferred about £80 million worth of investment at a cost of about £1 million of work, working with farmers to reduce their impact on the environment and their impact on water quality. And we're also, at the same time, we're looking at bringing food waste into some of our plants, and we're building a food waste treatment plant, which is an unregulated part of the business, but it shows that we're actually starting to branch out from our traditional approach as being a water company to being one which is more akin to an environmental services company. And I think that's the next phase for us, is trying to leverage some sort of market out of ecosystem services to see how we can create a market and create something that's viable for the longer term from ecosystem services.
And how important is the customer in delivering a sustainable water industry?
The reality is we can't become a sustainable industry without the customer. it would be a huge lost opportunity, because actually a lot of the things that our customers, when I mention, say, customers, I'm talking about the wider sense of our customers. So the domestic customers who use our water, if they can use that water more efficiently or effectively, particularly at times of scarcity, then that will help us to reduce the types of investments we need to make to be more resilient in that area. Farmers are also customers of ours, and if they can change their farming practices so that we don't have to build water treatment plants, that's another form of engagement we have with customers, which influences the amount of investment we've got to make. And all of this then does two things. One, it makes us more sustainable in the longer term, because we're not pouring so much concrete, we're using other methods, behavioural changes to achieve the same outcomes. And two, ultimately, it will reduce the cost to customers and result in lower bills.
And what's the value of an event like Sustainable Water 2012 to the industry in achieving its goal?
I'm really pleased to see that we've embraced an event like, what's it called?
Sustainable.
Shall I start that with it?
Great start.
I'm really pleased to see that the industry has embraced a conference such as Sustainable Water 2012. I think it's a timely event, actually, in the context of the Water White Paper, the Water Bill, as well as the future price limit piece that's going on about future regulation and the next price review. And it's really great to see a lot of the points that have been on the margins, I guess, for the last 5 to 10 years, now becoming central to the themes of the water industry. And it's really encouraging to hear how much they're being embraced by the whole industry and by regulators and by customer groups at a conference such as this.